Budgets are much more than a collection of numbers. They're about people. Our Sunshine Coast Council budget for 2014-15 is about making sure that there are great parks, roads and libraries for people to use and enjoy, and a waste service people can rely on. This budget is also focused on developing a regional economy which will create the right conditions for jobs, so that the nearly 100,000 students on the Sunshine Coast can work here when they graduate, raise a family and connect with our community. In short, it's about building confidence for a stronger community. The timing of this budget is important. We have 3 massive projects underway or in the pipeline, which will transform this region for decades to come. The new health precinct rising in Kawana, the new city centre plan for Maroochydore and the international airport expansion create a once-in-a-generation opportunity. We owe it to our kids and our grandkids to get this right. In many ways, their futures depend upon it. We also need to think about where we've come from. 2 years ago, this council was elected to take the region in a new direction, where the ultimate destination was a robust economy, more jobs, a healthy environment, and a stronger community. We're well down the road to achieving all of those things. Business confidence and building approvals are up. We have the fastest jobs growth in Queensland last year. We've purchased more than 400 hectares of land to preserve for future generations to enjoy. Those things don't happen by accident. Council attracted new businesses and events, introduced a build it and benefit scheme, overhauled development applications, committed to becoming the most sustainable region in Australia, developed the first truly collaborative regional economic development strategy and launched a new planning scheme and corporate plan. These are firm foundations to build upon, and that's what this budget will do. How will we do that? By investing in the future. Council's $509 million budget includes $114 million for capital infrastructure, which means more and better roads and bridges, parks and sporting facilities. Major investment for economic initiatives to help businesses already here and attract new ones. $23 million for the environment, protecting our greatest assets, our beaches, our bushland, indeed our way of life. Over $36 million on maintaining Council's many parks and gardens. More than $15 million for libraries and galleries, over $6 million for events and grants. To give you a clearer picture of where your rates dollars go, Council has broken down the average rate bill of $1,078. A third goes towards building roads and bridges and other transport initiatives. A quarter goes towards parks and gardens, maintaining the hundreds we have and establishing new ones. Another quarter goes to community projects and programs such as our libraries, grants, support for sport and the art gallery. $146 of an average rates bill is spent on the environment, including protecting, preserving and promoting our natural assets. And $43 is invested in economic initiatives to create jobs and prosperity here on our Sunshine Coast. Council knows every dollar counts, which is why it's done everything it can to keep costs as low as possible, including keeping the early bird and pensioner discounts, restricting the general rate rise to 5%, and having no increase to the transport, environment and heritage levies. The tourism and major events levy has risen by 10%, but that follows no change for over 4 years, and $1 then is worth less than 90 cents now. During this time, this region has secured some massive events such as Tough Mudder, Ironman 70.3 and the Australian Surf Lifesaving titles. Like every budget, this one has had its challenges. This year saw the perfect storm of budget pressure on Council, loss of efficiencies due to de-amalgamation and rising costs. The major restructure of Council has prevented most of that pain being passed on to ratepayers, including a $12 million reduction in staff costs and a $10 million reduction in other costs. To put that in perspective, the Queensland Treasury Corporation predicted an $8.5 million deficit for the Sunshine Coast Council following de-amalgamation. But with the help of an organisational review which left no stone unturned, Sunshine Coast Council has turned that around to a $13 million surplus, with the bulk to be invested in infrastructure. And it must be emphasised, this has been done with no reduction in services. But there are some things Council couldn't control, the inefficiencies caused by de-amalgamation being a case in point. This caused losses of efficiencies in the vicinity of $2.5 million, information technology alone costing $1.2 million. If you add inflation to that, which is 3.1%, despite the increases in council's costs being much higher than that, you start to see why council has done well to keep rates as low as it has. What will also save money for ratepayers in the long run is this council's continued focus on financial sustainability, which is built on maintaining or increasing our cash levels for the future, decreasing our debt levels, and delivering an operating surplus to allow investment in growth capital projects. Against the local government regulation on financial sustainability, council has achieved an operating surplus ratio of 3.5%, ahead of the benchmark, allowing council to invest in growth capital projects and to pay back its loans. A net financial liabilities ratio of 28.2%, ahead of the benchmark, meaning that council has sustainable debt levels. And an asset sustainability ratio of 67% shows that council is investing in renewing its existing assets. And we'll find new ways to continue being a cost-effective council, because that's the only way we can deliver for ratepayers and our region, and ensure we build confidence for a stronger community.